What if the oil business wasn't just about money, but about lies, betrayal, and power? The new Landman Season 2 trailer has fans freaking out, not just because it looks intense, but because it hints that everything we thought we knew might be wrong. From secret deals in the shadows to personal vendettas out in the open, Landman isn't just returning. It's exploding back onto the screen with more heat than a Texas summer. But before we dive into what's coming next, let's rewind, because to understand what's changing, we first need to remember where we left off. Season 1 of Landman wasn't just a story about oil. It was a story about power, greed, and the people caught in the middle. It dropped us right into the heart of Texas, where the land is rich but the people are desperate, and where every handshake comes with a hidden knife. At the center of it all is Tommy Norris, an oil field worker turned fixer. He knows the land, he knows the game, and more importantly, he knows how dirty things can get. In Season 1, we saw Tommy get pulled into the high-stakes world of big oil, where billionaires play chess with people's lives, and one wrong move can bury you, not just in legal trouble but in real dirt. From the very first episode, we saw how far people were willing to go to protect their land, or steal someone else's. Landman painted a picture of modern-day cowboys and corporate soldiers, each fighting for control over a resource that powers the world. But as we soon learned, it's not just about the oil under the ground. It's about who controls it and what they're willing to sacrifice to keep it. One of the biggest plot lines from Season 1 was the tension between Tommy and his old friend, Angela, a land rights advocate who used to believe in the system, until it failed her family. Their relationship showed us the emotional weight behind every deal. Tommy wants to survive, Angela wants justice, and neither of them is totally right or totally wrong. That gray area is where Landman really thrives. We also met a cast of power players, each with their own secrets and schemes. There was Leland, the oil tycoon who speaks softly but strikes hard, and Brody, the clean-cut executive with dirty hands. These characters made it clear. In this game, loyalty is rare, and truth is even rarer. As the season moved on, the stakes kept rising. Landowners were being pushed out, small towns were being torn apart, and the people at the top didn't care who got crushed as long as the oil kept flowing. Tommy, caught in the middle, had to choose: stay loyal to the job or start fighting. Back by the end of Season 1, everything had changed. A major deal collapsed, exposing years of corruption. Angela was targeted for speaking out, and Tommy? He made a choice that shocked everyone, putting everything on the line to expose the truth. But as we soon learned, truth doesn't always win. The season ended on a cliffhanger, a mysterious phone call, a hidden file, and a final shot of Tommy walking into the unknown, leaving behind everything and everyone he thought he could trust. Season 1 was gritty, grounded, and full of tension. It showed us how far the powerful will go to protect their empire, and how one man's fight to stay clean in a dirty world can spark a fire no one can put out. The trailer doesn't ask for your attention, it demands it. It opens with silence. A Texas sunrise, oil rigs in silhouette, and then a boom, a flash of fire, a scream in the dark, and a voice that says, "This land doesn't belong to anyone until someone takes it." That's not just a line, that's a warning. And it sets the tone for everything that's coming. Because if Season 1 was about survival, Season 2 is about war. Let's break it down, frame by frame, and uncover what this trailer is really telling us. The first time we see Tommy Norris, he's standing alone in the desert, covered in dust and blood, holding a file. We don't hear what's in it, not yet. But the look on his face says it all. He's seen something bad. And this time, he's not just playing the game, he's planning to burn the whole board down. His voiceover cuts through the trailer. They thought I'd stay quiet. They forgot who I was. In just a few seconds, the trailer flips Tommy from reluctant insider to outright rebel. The fixer is done fixing. Now, he's out to expose the rot, and he knows exactly where it starts. Just as we think we're getting a grip, the trailer throws in a new face, a calm, well-dressed man walking through a field of flames. No name, no introduction, just a cold smile and the line, "Justice is just another business model." Who is he? A rival tycoon? A government player? Maybe someone even higher up? We don't know, and that's the point. The mystery around him is thick, and every second he's on screen feels like a threat. He's clean, controlled, deadly, and based on the way everyone looks at him, and including Leland, it's clear this man doesn't answer to anyone. Midway through the trailer, the pace picks up. Fast cuts, loud music, screams and gasps. A woman crying in court, a truck exploding on a dirt road, and in one chilling shot, a body, face down, floating in a reservoir. The internet's already full of guesses. Is it someone we know? Is Angela in danger? Did Tommy go too far? But here's what's important: the tone. Season 2 looks darker, meaner, and more emotional. This isn't about signing deals in boardrooms anymore. This is blood in the water, real people getting hurt. And someone wants to keep it all quiet. We see Leland, the once untouchable oil baron, smashing a glass in rage. His empire's cracking. Someone's leaking secrets. His allies are turning on him. And in a rare moment of vulnerability, he says, "I built this world with my bare hands. I won't let some dirt rat tear it down." But it's too late. The trailer shows police raids, secret recordings, and protesters marching with signs. The system is crumbling, and no amount of money can glue it back together. Even Brody, the executive with too much charm and too little soul, looks scared. In one brief clip, he whispers to someone off-screen, "If this goes public, we're all dead." And then the trailer gives us its final image, the one that leaves your heart pounding. Tommy standing in front of a government building. Wind. Blowing. Face calm. He takes a deep breath and reaches for a USB drive in his pocket. Cut to black. We don't know what's on it, but we know one thing. Season 2 isn't just about drilling for oil. It's drilling into the truth. And someone, maybe everyone, is about to pay for the lies they built their kingdom on. There's a moment in the trailer, just a second long, where the camera shows a burning oil rig behind a child's playground. No dialogue. No music. Just the sound of wind and distant sirens. And in that moment, it hits you. Landman isn't just telling a story anymore. It's sounding the alarm. Season 2 feels like a show that knows its audience has changed. And now, it's changing with them. This isn't the same dusty, slow-burning drama we met in Season 1. The rules are different. The tone is sharper. And everyone's mask is starting to slip. Let's break down exactly what's shifting, and why this new chapter might flip everything on its head. Season 1 had a slow, creeping danger. Deals in back rooms, threats whispered over drinks, secrets passed in envelopes. It was corruption with a calm face. But Season 2, it's louder, angrier. The calm is gone. There's real chaos now. Riots, fires, collapsing pipelines, protesters clashing with private security forces. The show has gone from a slow boil to a rolling explosion, and it's not slowing down. Even visually, the color grading is colder, the camera movements are quicker, and the editing is more frantic. You can feel the panic, not just from the characters, but from the world around them. This isn't a story about control anymore. It's a story about what happens when control is lost and who picks up the pieces. In Season 1, we still had hope. Tommy might have been flawed, but he had a conscience. Angela believed in something. Even the villains had lines they wouldn't cross. Season 2, that hope is gone. Tommy now looks like a man who's not trying to stay clean, just trying to finish the job before the dirt buries him. Angela's idealism has hardened into something colder. And the villains? They've stopped pretending they're not villains. It's no longer about right versus wrong. It's who's willing to do worse to win. You can see it in the small moments. A mother lying in court to protect her son, a whistleblower taking a bribe and walking away, a town sheriff burning evidence before it can reach the press. Landman is showing us that in this world, survival doesn't come from being good. It comes from being smart, fast, and just a little more ruthless than the next person. Last season was local. It was about landowners, contracts, and one region of Texas. But this season, it's gone national, maybe even global. There are scenes in the trailer that show oil deals being discussed in Washington, D.C., corporate jets landing in Dubai, a senator being handed a folder labeled exposure. This isn't just about property anymore. It's about power at the highest levels. The trailer hints at offshore accounts, environmental cover-ups, and international influence. This is the oil war behind the oil war. And what's really chilling? There are signs that what's happening in Texas is just a test, a small storm before the global flood. Landman is no longer just a drama. It's a warning. One of the biggest surprises in the trailer is how many characters seem to have switched roles. Tommy, once a fixer, now a whistleblower. Angela, once a fighter, now maybe a pawn. Brody, once a cold executive, now possibly an informant. Leland, still dangerous but looking more desperate than powerful. It feels like the show is turning its own cast inside out. No one is standing where they used to. No one is standing where they used to. Even the side characters and the lawyer, the reporter, the oil workers are being drawn deeper into the central war. There's a sense that the line between main character and collateral damage is vanishing. Every person on screen could be next to fall or next to rise. That unpredictability is what makes Season 2 feel alive. You don't know who to root for. You don't know who to fear. And that's exactly how the show wants it. It's the kind of trailer you watch once, then again, and again, because something doesn't add up. A face in the background that looks too familiar. A file labeled with just one word, revision. A flash of coordinates, gone in a single frame. This isn't just a trailer, it's a puzzle. And fans are already connecting the pieces. Season 2 of Landman is doing more than teasing us with explosions and high-stakes drama. It's leaving behind a trail of clues, hidden symbols, strange dialogue, repeated images. And now, the community is buzzing with theories that could change everything we thought we knew about this show. Let's dive deep into the smartest, strangest, and most convincing fan theories and Easter eggs that might reveal what Season 2 is really about. This one shook fans the hardest. In the trailer, Angela only appears in flashbacks, or at least what look like flashbacks. There's not a single shot of her interacting with other characters in real time. She's seen crying in a courtroom, standing on a rooftop, staring into the distance, alone. Some fans believe Angela was killed off-screen after Season 1's cliffhanger, and what we're seeing now are either memories or hallucinations haunting Tommy. If true, this would explain the more personal, tormented tone in Tommy's scenes. The theory gets even darker when you notice that in one shot, Tommy is holding a necklace, the same one Angela wore throughout Season 1. No explanation, just him, staring at it with tears in his eyes. Back in Season 1, there were whispers about a silent investor, someone funding Leland's oil expansions without ever stepping into the light. We never got a name, never got a face, just rumors. In the Season 2 trailer, we hear a distorted voice on a phone call. We bought the land, we bought the silence, but you can't buy time. It's only 3 seconds long, but subtitles confirm it's from an unknown speaker. And fans are convinced this is the hidden partner, finally stepping out of the shadows. Some wild theories suggest it's someone we've already met, pretending to be powerless. Maybe Brody, maybe Angela's father, or even Tommy's old mentor. Others think it's a brand new character, tied to the global oil network teased in the trailer. Either way, their appearance means one thing. Leland may not be the final boss after all. This is the kind of detail only the internet could catch. Erikion. Exactly 1:18 in the trailer. During a sweeping drone shot of the desert, there's a blink and you miss it overlay. Faded numbers in the bottom left corner of the frame. Someone froze it. Zoomed in, ran the numbers. They're GPS coordinates. When plugged into a map, they point to an abandoned drilling site in West Texas, the same location where, in Season 1, Tommy discovered a hidden pipeline that wasn't on any company records. The theory? That site isn't just a secret drilling location. It's a burial ground. Not metaphorically, literally. Some fans think that's where whistleblowers were silenced. And maybe where Tommy is going next. If true, this adds a whole new layer of danger to the story. It's not just about corruption, it's about cover-ups so deep they're buried underground. The trailer ends with Tommy holding a USB drive. Small detail, big implications. We never see what's on it. But one fan slowed the final frame down and noticed something wild. As Tommy walks toward the courthouse, the logo on the drive flickers in the light. It's not a normal flash drive. It's branded, with a symbol that matches the Texas Department of Energy. So what does that mean? Some say the flash drive holds environmental data, proof that Leland's drilling caused irreversible damage. Others say it's deeper, wiretaps, contracts, maybe even names of politicians on the payroll. The most intense theory? The drive doesn't just expose corruption, it connects the entire oil war to something even more explosive, national security. This one's for the conspiracy lovers. Several fans have pointed out eerie similarities between Landman's plot and a real-life oil scandal from the early 2000s involving land theft, environmental damage, and private militias hired to secure property. The showrunners haven't confirmed this, but certain character names, court scenes, and even leaked lines of dialogue match real events. One courtroom line in the trailer, "The land always tells the truth even when people don't," is nearly identical to a quote from a 2003 trial involving oil barons and stolen farmland in West Texas. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe Landman is walking the line between fiction and exposure.